And now let's hear from Dr. Ayman Dayekh.
I would like you to meet today Stephen Schwartz, an attorney in New York City who was sanctioned $5,000 by a judge. Schwartz was defending one of his clients against Avianca Airlines. It was a personal injury claim. Schwartz had 30 years of experience. He made an excellent brief. He gathered 6 cases supporting his claim. The names were right. The names of the judges sounded right. The legal reasoning even sounded right. But there was one problem. Schwartz used ChatGPT in his research. And guess what? ChatGPT hallucinated. It fabricated all the cases. It made up the names. It made up everything. But here's the thing I want you to sit with. Schwartz felt doubtful. He went back to ChatGPT and asked, "Are these cases real?" And ChatGPT replied, "Certainly, of course, for sure." Ladies and gentlemen, throughout human history, finding answers was not easy. We had to search, we had to ask, and we had to argue. For centuries, this was very helpful for us. It forced us to think. It was not an easy process. Today, with generative AI, answers are instant. More importantly, answers are fluent and confident. And this is very dangerous. Do you think generative AI is dangerous? It is not. What is dangerous is what's happening inside of us when the answers become easy. There's a name for this in research literature. It's called automation bias. When humans work alongside automated systems, we tend to accept outputs from the machines, even when we have reasons to doubt them. That is exactly what is dangerous. Today, ladies and gentlemen, every one of you has a smart assistant who looks confident, who is fluent, and is fast on their mobiles, in their pockets, at home, at work. Answers are becoming very easy. And now we are falling into 3 main traps. Confusing fluency for truth. Switching between thoughtfulness and speed. And third, we are diffusing responsibility. Kate Godden and her colleagues published an article about clinicians who actually were using support decision systems and made errors that they would not have done if they were working alone. This is the exact failure mode. When answers are fast, when it's easy to get the answers, we tend to accept them even if we feel they are wrong. Daniel Kahneman, in his book, Thinking Fast and Slow, explains 2 systems of thought. System 1, fast, automatic, and system 2, slow, effortful, and deliberate. We need 2 systems. However, if I generate a report in 2 hours, and my colleague generates the report in 10 minutes using AI, I look slow, right? We need both systems, but system 2 is expensive. System 1 is being used as the shortcut for system 2. And as we use system 1, we are actually losing our ability, our disciplined ability to think. We stop checking, we stop noticing, and we stop thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk about judgment in AI. I don't mean judgment as intuition or gut feeling, no. I talk about context, I talk about consequences, and I talk about responsibility. Every good parent, every good teacher, every good doctor used to practice these. However, they take effort now. We have to swim against the current of fast, fluent, and confident. And this is where I want you to stand with. I want you to think about 3 main things. Number 1, always ask about the context. Ask about what is missing. Ask about what the machine does not know. The hidden assumptions that did not reach your prompt. 2, block time in your calendar so that you think without tools. No tools are allowed. It is hard, yes. It is time-consuming, yes. But it is necessary. You need to do that. And number 3, own the output. By owning the output, I mean, if you use the machine, say it. I use AI every day. But if you cannot sign your name under the output, do not deliver it. Always think about the consequences of the decisions. Who will be affected? What is the impact? This is about responsibility and ownership when working with automated systems like generative AI. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not about rejecting AI. AI is a revolutionary tool, disruptive across the board. It has changed our lives and will still change our lives. It will always be confident. It will always be fluent. And it will always be fast. What I'm talking about is that when you use AI, remember Stephen Schwartz, standing in the courtroom in front of the judge, trying to explain why the 6 cases in his brief never existed. Every one of you is going to have a Schwartz moment. In a report that you did not read thoroughly. In a recommendation that you did not question. Or in a decision that you let the machine make and you didn't think about it. The machines will always be confident, will always be fluent, and will always be fast. And let me tell you one thing more. Most of the time, they will be right. Your role, our role as humans, is to tell exactly when they are wrong. This is judgment. Thank you.